Aaron, of course, got an HRO against Nick Rekieta. It's a bullshit HRO. I'm not a legal expert, but based on my experience and other people I know's experience and just my observations in life, Nick Rekieta's HRO is going to get laughed out of court. But I had brought up the fact that I was like, well, you know, I was like, I'm a little surprised Patrick Melton hasn't gotten one, you know, for just throwing fucking, you know, worthless HROs around all willy-nilly. I wasn't wishing that on Melton, but I was like, even Melton himself expressed a bit of shock. Like, wow, I'm not getting one. Okay, that's crazy. Well, woke up today and I saw this from the Steel Toe Morning Show.
Oh, by the way, guys, if that's true and we are being sniped right now, do me a favor, go copy the link, paste it, because I would have to send that in. So thank you very much. If that's the case, Aaron Imholte Radio at gmail.com. I appreciate your guys's, okay. Yeah. Okay. So that is true. We are being. All right. So he hasn't told everybody that my daughter and I have an active HRO against him.
Time out. First mistake. Aaron, your daughter doesn't have jack shit. Your daughter doesn't have an HRO out against some random comedian from Las Vegas. You got an HRO and attached your daughter to it in order to use her in the courts as a troll shield. That's what really happened. So you know how Aaron loves to drag anyone and everyone from his personal life into his drama to shield him? He's done it to Coach Scott. He did it to Ashley. He's done it to April. He's done it to Nick Rekieta. Anybody who's been involved in this man's life will get thrown under the bus the moment he wants to do it. Now he's dragging his daughter into fucking a lawsuit. Not a lawsuit, but lawfare. Remember the word you fucking learned like a week ago, Aaron? This is lawfare. By the way, that look on your face, there it is, buddy. It's coming. It's coming.
I don't. And has he not been honest with his audience? Has he not told them that happened to him?
Okay, Aaron, that is not how a restraining order works. Aaron, if some bitch got a restraining order on me, and yes, Aaron, these HROs and the laws you're abusing were designed for women, aka bitches. What you're doing is bitch-like behavior. This is something women do. And if some bitch got a restraining order on me, guess what? The onus would not be on me to come on my show publicly and tell the audience that I have a restraining order against me. A, it's of no fucking business of anybody in my audience. And B, it's fucking who wants to hear that shit? You're still fucking, I'm telling you, man, these HROs, they get thrown out. You're going to be lucky you don't catch a fucking contempt of court charge because you're already cruising for one. You want to go for 2? Just like the principal in fucking Breakfast Club. You want to go for 2 days detention, you fucking retard? Filing bad faith restraining orders and wasting the court's time while you have an ongoing felony case in which one of the people you got a restraining order from is the husband of the victim of your revenge porn scheme? Are you serious? Patrick Melton doesn't have to tell his audience that you took out a fucking bitch-made restraining order. By the way, we're going to see in this fucking court case, Aaron is, I'm going to point this out as many times as it needs to be pointed out. And I pointed it out. The guys on This Little Piggy pointed it out. Dick Masterson's pointed it out. Aaron is abusing laws that were made to protect women and children to get people to stop being mean to him on the internet. That's what he's doing. If you want to boil it down to its fucking most simplest atoms, that's what he's doing here. Aaron, you're being bitch made. You're using bitch laws to cover your bitch ass.
Isn't aware,
but like he doesn't need to
follow.
Look, Melton doesn't need to tell his audience that he has an HRO. He doesn't need to tell his audience what his credit score or whether or not he has fucking genital warts, you dickhead. It's not his audience's business. He's an entertainer. And also, Let's be honest, Aaron. You got the HRO and you're disappointed. You're mad that Melton didn't immediately freak out and cry. You might be a smart guy, Aaron. Maybe you are good at this internet shit. I don't think you are, but hey, maybe I underestimated you. Maybe you're smarter than me. And maybe you're smarter than Patrick Melton. Maybe you're smarter than Nick Rekieta. Maybe you're smarter than Moody. Maybe you're smarter than Carl from over these podcasts. Maybe you're smarter than the whole internet. But my guy, take it from me. Take it from anyone out there that's had internet experience. You will never, ever be able to match the intellect, the work rate, or the cleverness of an entire confederation of people who otherwise normally don't even get along, all working together to fucking laugh at you. You might, on a good day, on your best day ever, you might beat Patrick Melton. On your best day ever, you might beat me. On your best day ever, you might beat Nick Rekieta. But you cannot, will not, never will beat the fucking internet. It's a giant amalgam of people and burner accounts that are constantly in this flux and this fluid motion. And it's all like, and it's, look, everybody, Mersh is a lolcow. Fine, whatever. Ethan Ralph's a lolcow. Fine, whatever. But we know how to fucking surf the Kali Yuga. We know how to weather the storms. And we know how to we're at least smart enough to know if I'm pissing off the United States, I'm not going to piss in the fucking, in the Russians' face right now. You know what I mean? You're not smart, Aaron. You think you're going to beat back the whole world because you're right. You know who also thought that? Hitler. Aaron, your addiction to being cool on the internet is going to fucking cost you everything. Your fucking wife, your kids, your gym, your friends, your fucking radio show. At what point do you actually step back and go, whoa? It's getting wild out there, boys. Anaconda Vices for 10 said, in terms of podcasting clowns, is Aaron number one of all time? No. Of all time. Could he get there? The problem is, Anaconda Vices, is you're coming at me with a question, but you're coming at me with a question about 2008 Tom Brady, right? It's you're coming at me in 2008 and saying, hey, is Tom Brady the greatest of all time? And anyone could tell you 2008, 2009, 2010, you'd go, of course, Brady is not the greatest of all time. He doesn't have enough rings. He's great. He's the best of this time, but he ain't the best of all time. So I see Tom Brady like things in Aaron. I feel like he could and will and very well will be the GOAT when this is all said and done. But he needs a couple more rings. Like I said, you're coming at me a couple years too early and going, is he the GOAT? And we're going, I mean, if he keeps it up, but he's one injury away from not being, he's one trade to another team or a bad year or a bad front office that picks the wrong guys. You know what I mean? Tom Brady was, you know what I mean? Now, if you'd asked me, 2017, 2018, is Tom Brady the GOAT? We'd start going, oh yeah. And he still played for a few more years, but he was still playing when we already decided he was the GOAT. Aaron he could be the Tom Brady of this someday. But we're going to have to wait. That's a wait and see thing. Again, he's 2008 Tom Brady. I mean, we still have Chris Chan. There have been other people that have been epic in their downfalls, And Aaron, you got to remember too, his downfall will never be as epic as like an Anthony Cumia. Anthony Cumia was making like $3 million a year. Whereas, Aaron lost $100,000 a year fucking radio gig. Not exactly the same, a syndicated guy saying fuck on Twitter and getting nuked from the planet, that was a pretty big deal back then. Aaron's never going to match that level of canceled or fallen. But as far as just being the best overall clown, goof, fuck up retard of all time, Stuttering John still has him beat. There's other people that have him beat, but just like a healthy Tom Brady, if Aaron keeps this shit up another fucking year or two, he gets another ring on that finger, he is gonna be the GOAT. So anyway, Aaron, the big takeaway from this is that this is a harassment restraining order that Aaron went to the courthouse and filled out against Patrick Melton for not only himself, but his minor children, his daughter, who he doesn't even have primary custody of. This, of course, feeds into Aaron's typical bullshit. He loves to use Coach Scott. He loves to use Stonies and Cheetos, and he loves to use anyone he can use is not even just a troll shield, but somebody to shoulder some of the burden with him. Like, you know what I mean? Just so he doesn't feel alone. He's almost pretty much like, how many bad reviews on Scott's Gym? How much internet warfare was waged against poor Coach Scott because he stuck up for Aaron? And Aaron doesn't even have the decency to take 5 seconds to say hello to Coach Scott when he comes in. Hey, how you doing? How you been? You know, oh, good. Yeah. Remember when he used to brag about, oh, me and Coach Scott, we sit in his office. We laugh about the internet and all the fucking shit you do. But then Coach Scott's like, no, he doesn't even talk to me. He just comes in and uses my gym. Lets homeless people piss and shit in here, you know? Do whatever they want. And he's always my kids, leave my kids alone. Nobody's fucking with your kids, Aaron. None of us are fucking with kids. None of us. You overshare and drag these elements into your life because you think that the greater audience at large is going to go, oh, he's a family man. Him and his poor daughter. And you're just and so when you say things like in the clip earlier, well, me and my minor daughter have a HRO against Patrick Melton. She doesn't have anything. She has no dog in this fight. She's just a poor 10-year-old girl who got a really shitty Christmas present. Weird Al tickets to go see him in 7 months while right after daddy's fucking revenge porn trial gets pushed back. No, you're right. It's Patrick Melton that's doing damage to your children. You're right. I'm sorry. It's not literally fucking you. And for the most part, when you're this age, right, the most punishment that can be fucking, like literally, Patrick Melton would never brought your daughter up in the first place if you didn't bring your daughter up all the time on your internet radio show. Your problem is, Aaron, is in one breath, you're sitting there being like, me and my daughter's off limits. And here's a list of things I don't like. Don't mess with my daughter and don't mess with my ex-wife and don't mess with this and don't mess with that. But I'm also the greatest heel in the motherfucking business. Let's go, bitches. Oh, you want to bring it, bitch? You want to bring it to the best motherfucking heel in the business? Woo! And then, oh my God, call my lawyer. Oh my God, I didn't mean like that. Not like that. Don't make fun of me like that. Please, whatever you do, get the courts involved. This man needs to go to prison now. Because, I mean, I said I was the best heel in the fucking business and this and that. And I said, yeah, you guys were talking all that cash money and Big Dick Aaron Imholte wanted to fight everybody. I was going to box, knock all you out, and then dunk on you. I was going to make fun of all you. Whoa, leave my family alone. No, that's not how it works. As you've come to learn, there's a fucking corner of the internet that is the way it fucking is. Okay? I want to make something right now clear to people. When I said a few months back, Aaron's going to eat these felonies, and I dare anyone to go back, find the episode, and listen to the full context where I discuss in great detail what I mean by that. I didn't mean based on the facts at the time. I wasn't saying, oh, he's got a hearing, he might take a plea. He did this revenge porn thing. The misdemeanor's on the table. A lot of people went, yeah, in a sane world where everything makes sense, it's going to be a misdemeanor. Go back when I predicted Aaron was going to eat this felony. Virgie was on stream with me. And we were both saying he's going to eat this felony. Not because it's possible to eat this felony in the current state the case is in. It's actually very unlikely. But again, I was a gambler, Aaron. I took the plus 250 when everybody said any normal person will back off, not talk about Kayla and get this case resolved. I went, he's going to eat that felony. And I was like, wasn't based on the case at the time. Even when Aaron got cocky and went, Mersh, I'm going to eat this felony. And I'm like, keep acting the way you are and you will. I knew deep down that Aaron's character flaws would not allow him to behave in a way in the following months. I had him fucking made from day one. Not day one, obviously. Virgie and the boys had him made from day one. But once I figured out what a piece of shit he was, and once he displayed a little bit more behavior for my machine learning to figure out, I went, oh, okay, I know who this guy is. He's a petty, vindictive, narcissistic, gonna fight to the end. He'll lose everything down to his car and have to move back in with his parents to keep fighting these unseen battles. I know a guy like this. I said he was going to eat the felony back then, and I swear to you to this day, on my name as a Lannister. No, I promise you, he's going to eat a lower felony. It's going to be hilarious. I know how the system works. The more you act like Aaron, even now, with this now going on the offense, you can't go on the offense now. That's insane. You're already they already suspended this case. You are so like Aaron's a guy who's so backed into a corner now, and he's like, now we go on the offense. No, it's too late. And now the court's going to consider all of this shit as you doing this thing. What was it? What's the word? I learned it from Steel Toe. What was the word? I'd never heard it before. Lawfare. You're going to eat the felony. Because I fucking say you're going to eat the felony. You hear me, boy? Like this, by the way, his minor child, this HRO is proof. Aaron would grab his 10-year-old fucking daughter and use her as a human shield if a gunman was in a building. That is the kind of man we're dealing with. He would grab his own child and shield himself behind them. If a gunman went into the fucking boxing gym, he would push Coach Scott towards the gunman and run out the back door. He's bitch made. And he's proven it time and time again, now more than ever. Anybody giving him money after this is suspect to me. And I don't even care. You fuck the $1. I'm just doing it to fuck with him. This guy deserves to starve now. So all these blank spaces, like I said, are for you to cite things. He doesn't cite anything. Respondent made threats to the victim as follows. Yeah, whatever. You just have to believe me. Respondent frightened the victim. See, this is where we get to it. Respondent frightened the victim with threatening behavior as follows. This HRO is going to get thrown out in court. Aaron, this is what I'm saying when you don't think like a chess player. A chess player thinks in the way where you go, all right, even if there's no way for me to win, if I move and I make the next move, there's still a system of what's the least embarrassing move to make to not look and you made a move where you're going to lose. This is going to get laughed out of court. But now, Aaron, because you have no long-term thinking or how the internet works or how the internet cites things, is that now forever for the rest of your life. You're scared of Patrick Melton. That's it. You're finished. This HRO is going to get thrown out. The whole internet's going to laugh and go, You can't use the court system to make people not laugh at you. That's not how things work. And now you're the guy that if you were have to go into a courtroom and swear on a stack of like under oath, you're admitting that you're scared of Patrick Melton. Holy shit. So I want it on record that now, forevermore, it is now a matter of public record. I keep adding to my list of Aaron things. So Aaron is now a revenge pornographer and a serial harasser of women who is also scared of Patrick Melton. And also, hey Aaron, how are you gonna make this case for you're scared? You're terrified, obviously, because again, an HRO is a thing that's based on laws that were made to protect women and children. The ones that get off the ship first. Who Aaron would be begging to get off the Titanic first. He's a bitch made it with tits. But now you're the guy who's scared of Patrick Melton physically, like in real life, which is the funniest thing ever. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. He believes we know each other and that he's entitled to information on myself and my family. Nothing that Patrick Melton, nothing that anybody involved in this has ever shared on the internet has been learned from any other source except court records or Aaron Imholte's own fucking words. It's like he streams and then doesn't even remember what the fuck he said. Aaron, everything we know about you, your ex-wife, about your kids, about your life, about where you play golf, about where you fucking drink, about where you watch, but like everything we know is because you do this. The court is going to tell you, sure, you know what? We'll tell this Melton guy to leave you alone on the condition that you got to stop this. But you can't stop this. You're an oversharing woman. You're using a fucking law. You're using a court system and a basically a system of laws put in place to protect women and children. You're a bitch. He has hosted 2 multi-day events where he has made fun of me, the sole focus, and brings people in to talk about me incessantly. In May, all right, well, can we talk about that? What if, let's say, you would be undoing all of your fucking claims of harassment about this Hackamania festival if you hadn't have submitted a video of yourself, including yourself in not the first one, the second Hackamania. So you can't even make a case that, well, I tried to be a good sport at the first one and be a part of it, but the second one got mean. No, you got involved during the second one. You were a part of Hackamania. I gotta play my own stroke clip for this. I'm gonna do a dab. You were a part of the second of 2 festivals making fun of you. We don't even have time to relive this tonight, but let me just short form it for you. He literally called Patrick Melton a pedophile, his wife a retard. He submitted a video to be a part of Hackamania and respond to all the losers and haters. And he thought he was going to fucking get another win for the toe. Now he's citing that very event as one of the situations in which has one of the situations that's led to him being scared of Patrick Melton, legally speaking. In May 2025, he and Nick Rekieta, who I also have an HRO against for similar reasons, probably not great. Like, you know, the court doesn't look favorable. Like, no court looks favorably upon. Again, Aaron, you don't think about this. You're in a small town. It's Stearns County. You're in this tiny little town where now all the court clerks they're constantly making 4, 5, 10 photocopies of forms, and you don't think your name pops up and they're going, this fucking guy, what's he going to get HROs against the whole planet? What does this little bitch like think? How does he think this works? The whole town is just like, you're increasing this entire echo of not only is the internet laughing at you, but now locally, you're a fucking joke. You're somebody that clerks of court go home and laugh about at their dinner tables. Yeah, there's this guy at the courthouse. I swear to God, all he does is just talk shit on the internet and then files HROs against the people when they fight back. And it's like, it's so weird. Like, it's, again, Aaron wants you to think he's getting picked on, but he has started a lot of fights and he tries to fight back. And then when the fighting back fails, he goes, get the courts involved. You're just as guilty, Aaron, of any of us. We're all picking on people on the internet and laughing at them for funsies. He has repeatedly discussed my genitals in great detail on his internet streams and seems genuinely enthralled with my sex organs and sex life. Aaron is going to go to... Aaron is trying to medic his way through a fucking harassment restraining order in a goddamn state court. I'm not kidding. He literally, Aaron, even... Aaron, if there was a woman that was stalking me and she was carving shit into my car, smashing my car windows and leaving me threatening letters and like dead cats outside my house and like weird shit, right? And I had to go to court and go, I'm genuinely scared of this woman. Even if it was a woman I had a prior relationship with, right? Aaron, I would understand that there's at no point at the court is it relevant for me to be like, the problem is, Your Honor, is like, my fucking dick is so good. Your Honor, she's obsessed with my fucking dick because I got such a good dick that like, so I'm so scared that I think I should cite legally that the motive in this case is that my dick is so good. It's such a good dick. She wants it so bad that I'm scared for my life. No, I would go into court and go, Your Honor, she has literally smashed windows in my car, carved things, sent me like text messages bragging about as much. They've done this and that, the other. You go with the facts of the case. This is the harassment. They did this to me. They bragged about it openly. Here's the proof. I just want the and the biggest thing about these harassment, or I just want this to stop. But you still are like, yeah, you mean Patrick Mapton, the pedophile? You mean the pedophile super tips, the thing that's going to get sued out of existence, the fat fucking hunchback loser from Vegas? You mean the pedophile guy? Yeah. Oh, by the way, don't make fun of me back. You're not allowed legally. That's fucking off. Hey, whoa. I can make fun of you and your fucking retarded wife, but don't you bring my kids into this. Wait, what? How does that work? That doesn't feel fair. Aaron, are you having flashbacks of your boxing matches where you're like, you know what? It's only fair if they got to tie one hand behind their back. This isn't fair. I don't know if he has a sexual fixation on just my daughter or myself or anyone else in my family, but he certainly seems fixated on me sexually as well as my minor daughter. None of this. And by the way, Aaron is going to take this as a win, because here's the thing about a restraining order, right? Courts are very skittish about restraining orders, right? If I say, oh shit, like I'm getting a restraining order on such and such, right? This is an ex parte restraining order, which means the other person either takes it and accepts it and moves on with their lives, or if it's to be contested, they're going to go, this is insane, which is what's going to happen in this case. But it's not it's not an automatic win. It's just a temporary thing that anyone can do in court. Like, I could probably go to right now to fucking any courthouse or go to the sheriff's department and get guided into being able to file a restraining order against somebody. And then it's temporary. It just means, yo, leave this guy alone for a little bit till it gets sorted out. And then if you go, that's retarded, I've never met this, whatever, you know. But he's already acting like he won, and the restraining order is ironclad. That's not how it works. There is a hearing on July 23rd, I believe, where he will be able to contest it. And Melton has already hired an attorney, and the attorney's already looking into this. This is going to get fucking tossed out. You're looking like an asshole. And then we're all going to make hundreds of dollars off you again, while you make dozens. But yeah, none of that shit's gonna fly. You feel like he's sexually enthralled with your penis is not gonna fly in court. He has also received stolen Google data from Nick Rekieta, who accessed my Google account without my permission. He bragged about this on his streams as well as in his Discord message board. This man does seem to have an obsession with me that borders on clinical. The court's not interested in your editorializing, Aaron. Just the facts, man. It's like Dragnet. This is what he's requesting here. Respondent shall not harass me, minor children. Respondent shall have no contact with me, the minor children. Respondent shall stay away from where I live. All right, these all sound reasonable and don't sound like things he's done. A reasonable distance, 1,000 feet from my home. He asked for this against Nick Rekieta and was granted 1,000 feet, but that'll become relevant in a second. Other. The respondent should be barred from online behaviors exhibited in this document and should not be mentioning myself or my family. Stop being mean to me on the internet. Aaron Imholte requesting the courts to enforce that Patrick Melton not criticize him on the internet. This is where it gets funny. Respondent shall have no direct or indirect contact with petitioner. Petitioner's minor children or persons subjected, blah, blah, blah. Same thing, no contact. Respondent is prohibited from being within 500 feet of petitioner's home, just the house, a place that Melton never has been, nor has any intention of visiting ever in his lifetime. 500 feet. So, and again, I'll give credit where credit's due. This is something I noticed when I was tuning into my little piggy with this little piggy. Moody brought that up. He goes, Nick Rekieta, he asked for 1,000 feet. He was granted 1,000 feet. In this one, this almost just feels like the court's like, all right, enough of this guy. We'll give you 500. If you, the next time it's 250. And after that, it's 10 feet. We're going to get you down to just COVID spacing levels at some point. Any request for relief that is not specifically listed above is denied.
Hit the like button. Okay, Doom, you're gone again. That's it. I'm so sick of you anyway.
Doom knows, and everybody else knows.
Doom knows. Doom's a clipper.
You're gonna go give Doom the opportunity to make a fucking internet platform to build his fucking business off the money he made from selling rotten tennis shoes? Man, people do not like you, do they, Doom? All of these people named Doom are the migrants that walked across the border. I literally asked you today to make my content go viral. Did you make my content go viral?